Now, I've got one more review, and it's for Ryan Reynolds' brand new movie called Free Guy. I was lucky enough to host an early screening of Free Guy for Friends of Electric Playground here in Vancouver, and boy, did we have a fun time at this movie. I've talked with one of the screenwriters on the film, Zach Penn, as well as his friend and a collaborator on, getting the authenticity correct, Mike Micah, who is a game maker who contributed a bunch of advice to the filmmakers. This is an awesome idea for a movie where Ryan Reynolds plays a video game character, a non-player character in the background of an open-world action-adventure who has a bit of a waking up moment and realizes that he can do more than just be a prop in the background, a character that gets shot at regularly because he's a bank teller in this virtual bank that gets robbed several times a day because that's one of the missions that players get to go on. It's very intelligently crafted, and there is absolutely an effort on the part of the filmmakers to kind of make this feel like an echo or a shadow of stuff that we would see in something like Grand Theft Auto. And what's really interesting is there's a story within the story, because we're in the video game world for big chunks of this film, but of course a lot of action is taking place off screen, and we're watching the game makers grapple with the idea that one of their characters is kind of sprung to life and has an intelligence unto themselves and is making choices that they didn't program or plan for. So there is this back and forth between the real world and the video game world where it's just utter disbelief. Ryan Reynolds can't believe that beyond the screen and beyond this sort of virtual city, there's a whole other reality that are kind of the gods of his world, and people on the outside are recognizing what a tremendous achievement this is, that an NPC has become self-aware. And so Ryan Reynolds' guy, who becomes known as the blue shirt guy, and it becomes a celebrity, sort of a virtual celebrity around the world. And so there is an interesting kind of look at the culture around gaming and how it permeates and how we talk about it and discuss it away from the screen. And then we're also lost in the game imaginings as well. There's some really cool special effects, but at the heart of it is an interesting story. It's about a simple character, reminded me a little bit of the Lego movie in a way. A character that's on this path kind of recognizes that the path can branch and that they have more value, and also kind of connects in a real human way with an actual player played by Jodie Comer. And it's romantic and it's well crafted with lots of cool action-packed moments in there as well. Ryan Reynolds and Jodie Comer have a really nice kind of chemistry on screen together, but then also Joe Keery, who plays Jodie Comer's pal in the real world, does some excellent work in here as well. And Taika Waititi is a scene stealer. He plays the owner of the game company that can only see dollar signs in Blue Shirt Guy and sort of exploiting that. And he concocts all kinds of crazy plans. And he has some insane, obviously improvised scenes that are just really, really fun to watch. That's what I would say bottom line for this whole movie. It's just really, really fun to watch. I definitely do think you should see this, whether you see it on the big screen or you wait till it comes home. Free Guy is an absolute treat. I had a really good time with this movie. The only thing that I would say about it is that, I talked a lot about it prior to seeing it, and, anytime video games are introduced into any film, whether that's Wreck-It Ralph or Sonic the Hedgehog or whatever, I always have preconceptions because I'm so familiar with the video game world, and I play a movie of what it's going to feel like in my head, and it wasn't exactly that, which is probably a good thing. But of course, as a gamer, I always want more game stuff, and you may feel similarly to that, but there is a lot, and there's some great surprises, and there's some great homages to game stuff that we're familiar with. But it really is a very fun time. I'm going to give Free Guy an 8.5 out of 10.